Hope all of you are doing very well. So today we are going to look into the video number 187, and as far as the book review is concerned, it is the 37th video. And as I said earlier, we are continuing with the 11th chapter, where we are dealing with the fact how we can take or we can make our subconscious mind as a partner in becoming successful. Okay, that itself is the it forms the title of the chapter, that is your subconscious mind as a partner in success. Okay, and today this video is exclusively for one topic. The topic is for buying and selling. You know, in real estate, people buy properties, people sell properties, so that itself has become a business which is known as the real estate business. And even if you are not doing any business as such, you see, you may have an old house, you may like to sell it, and you may like to buy a new house in the city, or you might have inherited some old properties in the outskirts of the city. You may like to sell it and buy a new house in the city, something like that. Disposing your land, disposing your house, or buying a new plot, buying a new house, or constructing a house. Anything can happen. These things happen in everybody's life at one stage or the other. So for this sort of buying and selling properties, okay, how can you make use of your subconscious mind as a partner? That is the topic of this video. It is exclusively for buying and selling properties. Okay, so why I am making it exclusive like this means people who are interested, who are having some problem in selling and buying, or people who are planning to sell and buy, or people who are planning to dispose. There are people who are struggling with these points. Okay, so this video, let it be useful to such people, and others also must see, because even if you don't have anything in hand to buy or sell, you can tell about this video to those people. You can guide them and let them get the benefit, isn't it? So our aim is not only to help ourselves, it should be for helping the humanity as such, isn't it? That is why. So how to become successful in buying and selling? This is the side heading of this chapter. Okay, in buying and selling, remember that your conscious mind is the starter and your subconscious mind is the motor. See, for example, you have an overhead tank and you have a sump below the land, below the soil. Okay, under the soil you have constructed a sump, a water tank. Now this gets filled, the sump gets filled on its own because of the pressure, but the water doesn't rise up. So what do? You attach a motor. By using the motor, you raise the water up to the overhead tank, so that from the tank the water is distributed to all the rooms, bathrooms, toilet, garden, kitchen, and so on. So like that. And how do you operate the motor? By switching on the starter button, isn't it? When you switch on the motor, only the motor starts working. Like that, there is a very good analogy which I liked very much, a very simple analogy. The conscious mind is the starting point, and subconscious mind is the motor. Okay, so it winds and winds and winds, and it pushes the water up. Like that, see, you think of an idea in your conscious mind. That is the starting point. That is, say you have inherited, say an old house, an old bungalow, but you can't live in that. So you want to dispose it, and with that money you want to buy a good bungalow in the city. This is the ancestral property, a very old building. Okay, so you want to sell this. This is the idea. So this is the starting point. So this idea comes in your conscious mind, and then this idea is put into the subconscious mind as a seed, in the form of a seed. Then what will happen? The subconscious mind is the motor which starts winding, working, and it starts its work, and it ensures that the seed sprouts and the seed grows into a plant. You get the point? Like that. So you are getting an idea of disposing your inherited property. This is the starting point. Now this idea is percolating into the subconscious mind. Then the subconscious mind will make all the possibilities to ensure that the property is disposed to the right person at the right time. Okay. Now, what should you do? See, your conscious mind is the dynamo that awakens the power of your subconscious mind. The first step in conveying your clarified desire, idea or image to the deeper mind is first thing is you relax. So, before going to bed, when everybody is sleeping fast, you get onto your bed when you are about to sleep. Then you immobilize the attention, get still and be quiet. That means you relax your deeper mind, put the conscious mind into almost a sleeping state, so that the conscious mind doesn't give any counter arguments for your thought. See, you think that you want to dispose the old bungalow. Then you are thinking, I must dispose the old bungalow. Maybe I will get 1 crore. Because the bungalow as such is of no value, but the land has a lot of value. So maybe I can sell it for 1 crore. Maybe I can take some bank loan also, and maybe for 2 crores I can buy a very nice bungalow in the heart of the city. That's your desire. Then when you are thinking like this, if your conscious mind is very active, then it will give counter arguments. It will say, see, when you think that you want to sell that bungalow for 1 crore, immediately your conscious mind will use the logic, and it will say, who is going to buy this old bungalow? How will you get 1 crore? You may not even get 50 lakhs. A counter argument is given. That is why you make your mind still, you make your conscious mind almost put it into sleep, and then allow the idea to percolate from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind. Okay. This we have mentioned many a times. So in case if you have not seen my earlier videos, let it be useful. That's why I am repeating it. Okay. It is repeated here also. Okay. So this quiet, relaxed and peaceful attitude of mind prevents extraneous matter and false ideas and counter arguments from interfering with your mental absorption of your idea. Then furthermore, in the quiet, passive and receptive attitude of mind, effort is reduced to a minimum. What effort? Effort to quieten the conscious mind comes to a minimum, because conscious mind has already slept. Okay, now the subconscious mind is very happy to work, so it receives the seed and it looks into all the ways and means to make it sprout. And so your idea gets manifested. Very simple. Okay, so this is the first step. Then what is the second step? The second step is to begin to imagine the reality of that which you desire, which you want to happen. So start imagining. For example, you may wish to buy a home, or in your relaxed state of mind affirm and. So if you want to buy a house, or if you want to sell a bike, vice versa, both are the same. You in the relaxed state of mind, you affirm as follows. That is, the infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is all wise. It is very wise. It knows all sorts of methods to mobilize the amount which I want, which I desire. It reveals to me now, the ideal home, which is central, ideal, is in a lovely environment, meets all my requirements, and it's commensurate with my income. It agrees with my income. I am now turning this request over to my subconscious mind, and I know it responds according to the nature of my request. So you make a very good request, very clear request to your subconscious mind, then it starts manifesting it. Okay, then the answer of your prayer may come in the form of an advertisement, or through your friend, or when you hear two people talking. You may get a bit of paper, newspaper. When you buy something, he wraps it in the newspaper. So when you just open the newspaper, you get the news. So somehow your subconscious mind ensures that you get the idea as to how you have to manifest it. The idea belongs to the subconscious mind, and it is informed to you. It shows you in different ways. If only you are alert, you get it, you catch the idea and manifest it. Okay, that is the way it should be done. Okay, the principal knowledge in which you may place your confidence is that the answer always comes. If you put a question to your subconscious mind, the answer invariably comes to you. It always comes. Not even invariably, it comes. It always comes. Okay. So you may wish to sell a home, a land, or any kind of property. Okay, you can do anything. And here the author, Dr. Joseph Murphy, explains his own experience of how he sold his own house. That is, he had a house in Orlando Avenue in Los Angeles. Okay, then he applied this technique because see, Murphy is the person, he was doing only this, that is, he was going from place to place and he was giving lectures. See, on those days there was no Zoom meeting and Google Meet. So they went from place to place, gathered the people, and they gave these sort of lectures. People made a note of it, and they, after coming home, they practiced it. So that is how those days things were happening. So see, Dr. Joseph Murphy wanted to sell his house, his own house in Orlando Avenue in Los Angeles. How did he do it? That is, he used one of his techniques, his own techniques. See, he put a signboard for sale by owner. He put a signboard in front of his house. Then in the garden in front of his house. Then the day after, he said to himself as he was going to sleep, he is using the technique. Suppose there is a question arising in his mind. Supposing you sold your house. What would you do? What would you do with this signboard? I feel it is the silliest question which can arise. Say, a signboard is put in front of the house to sell the house. When the house is sold, what use is it going to be of to do anything with the signboard? The signboard is, its role is gone. It will be discarded. But still, such a question arose in his mind, and I answered my own question. He said to his own mind, I would take that sign down and throw it into the garage. So a question came to his mind. Okay, after you want to sell your house, you are selling the house. After selling the house, what will you do with the signboard? Then immediately he said, its job is over, I will take it and throw it into my garage. Then I don't need you anymore. He will throw it saying that I don't need you anymore. Then he felt some sort of inner satisfaction, and he realized that his house is sold, and he went to bed. He went to sleep. Okay. Then the next day, a man gave me a deposit of $1,000 the next day and said to me, take your sign down. That is, take away your signboard. We will go into escrow tomorrow. Now, that is, we will get into the deed, sale deed. We will make arrangements for entering into an agreement with the sale, which is called the sale deed. First thing is you remove the signboard. He also used the same words, you see, said to me, take your sign down. Okay. Then immediately I pulled the sign up and took it to the garage. He is getting the advance, he is getting the right person. Then why would he ever need the signboard? He took it and threw it into the garage. Then the outer action confirmed the inner action. The outer action conformed to the inner. That is, conformed to the inner, meaning he thought it in his mind first. Now it is happening outside. Okay, so that is what is said in the Bible as within, so without. What you feel inside, that happens outside. That is why we are always talking about the importance of the thought process and the words we use. What you think, that will happen. Okay, so the outside mirrors the inside. Then external actions follows the internal action. Okay, then Murphy himself is coming. This is how he sold his house. Okay, now he is coming out with another method. Here is another very popular method used in selling homes, land or any kind of property. Affirm slowly, quietly, with feelings. As follows. Infinite intelligence attracts to me the buyer for this home. That is, he wants to sell his home. So the infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind attracts the correct buyer for this home, who wants and who prospers in it, who can buy the house and who can lead a happy life inside my house. Okay, this buyer may look at many other homes, but mine is the only home which he will like, and he wants and he will buy, because he is guided by the infinite intelligence within him. That is, the infinite intelligence of this person influence the subconscious mind of the other person, and so he is coming and buying this. Okay, I now the buyer is right, the time, that is, now I think that the buyer is right, the time is right, and the price is also right. He should give you the price which you are asking for. Otherwise the deal will not happen, isn't it? Everything about it is right. Buyer is right, time is correct, amount is correct. Then what prevents him from selling? The deeper currents of my subconscious mind are now in operation, bringing both of us together, the buyer and the seller together in divine order. That is very important. I know that it is so, the divine order. Okay, earlier also we have seen some our outside the court settlements. A lady wanted an outside settlement, and she prayed like that. She instructed the subconscious mind. She wanted some outside court settlement, and for 10 days she thought like that, and on the 11th day her attorney called her and told her that the opposite party was ready for a settlement outside the court. You remember? So remember always that what you are seeking is also seeking you. If you want to sell something, somebody else is attracting that. Okay, what you are seeking is also seeking you. And whenever you want to sell a home or property of any kind, there is always someone who wants what you have to offer. There is demand. There is someone who wants to take your offer. By using the powers of your subconscious mind correctly, you free your mind of all sense of competitor and anxiety in buying and selling. So by taking your subconscious mind as a friend, as a partner in buying and selling, you really get what you want. Okay, so that's why I said this is a video mainly for buying and selling transactions. So all those who are in this process or in the plan of buying or selling can make use of these 2 or 3 methods. Okay, make use of this method and become successful. And please don't forget, when you succeed in selling or buying something like this, please put a comment saying that, madam, I followed your method, I listened to your video, I followed your method, and I became successful in buying or in selling. Just put a comment, I'll be happy. Okay, and help others also by telling these methods. Okay, your intention is not it should not be selfish, it should be to help the humanity as a whole. Okay, bye. May God bless you all.